Howdy everybody, ArgonMatrix here, welcome to episode 135 of The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. Alright, got a challenge on the rocks today. On the rocks, shaken, not stirred, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Brains! Actually probably one of the more fun challenges in my opinion. I really like this one. I couldn't exactly tell you why, because it seems like pretty hellish, but I do enjoy it. So we got 2H129GYL as our seed. We're starting as Blue Baby with Thunder Thighs, 3 Bob's Brains, and the inability to fire tears. We gotta get to, it looks like Isaac. And, no, that's not Isaac, that's actually Blue Baby. So we have to take Blue Baby to Blue Baby. And okay, this is gonna be interesting. It's like, it makes such an interesting dynamic. I don't know, it's hard to really describe, but I really enjoy having to only focus on Bob's brain, and like that's the only real outlet for damage that we have so far anyway. Other items in the future can change that, and it's actually quite potent, but it really hammers home the point that you have to focus when you're playing Bob's brain. Like, if for those people who like play with Bob's brain and it always just hits them, it's like, I can't control it, man, I can never focus on it, and then it just comes around and blindsides me and destroys my life. This is the challenge for you to play, because this will teach you how to deal with Bob's brain a little bit more effectively. And honestly, it's like, it's a hard challenge, it's pretty fun, just conceptually anyway. And I think in execution, I don't know, it's probably one of my more favorite challenges that they added in Afterbirth. I don't think it's one of the best challenges in the game necessarily. My god, how can I not hit any of these things? But it's still a good challenge, I think. And we'll just, we'll ride it out here, see how we do. Hopefully we'll be able to just destroy without too much concern. Did that fucking Bob's brain actually just destroy that poop by just, like, touching it? Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. That's actually kind of cool. I don't know if that's maybe a product of Thunder Thighs or something, or if that's just a thing that Bob's brain can do. Regardless, Bob's brain should pretty easily destroy the Duke of Flies there. Speedball's actually pretty solid. It'll help offset the speed downgrade from Thunder Thighs. Let's get a move on here. Again, there's going to be no item rooms on this challenge because, obviously, 3 Bob's Brains, you don't need any extra items beyond that. That's more than enough to beat the game, and honestly, like, might be, even though sometimes you'll end up in a situation like that where you don't have much of a way out, you don't have much recourse to escape, but should be alright here. It's these spiders, man. It's really like the tiny enemies like these that throw this challenge off a little bit. The big enemies that are big targets and they're just really bulky, they're not so bad. They're the easy ones as far as I'm concerned. And there's shit like that where you just can't really do much because you ran out of Bob's Brains. You got to kind of manage your Bob's Brain economy as well. It's part of the issue there. We got a Joker card here. Okay, that could come in handy. We'll see. Not gonna use it just yet because I'm not in a great spot to even take a deal with the devil, unless it's the exact right deal. Plus, we still have a 100% chance right now, and that should not change in the future because, as Blue Baby, we obviously can't really take red heart damage, even conceptually. Here we go. Gotta deal with these guys down here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just crush all these rocks as I wait for my Bob's Brains to respawn. Because if there's any time you want your 3 Bob's Brains at the ready, ripe and ready to go, it is right before the boss here. What is going on outside? There's like 80 motorcycles just like driving by. Just like revving their fucking engines and having a gay old time. That's so annoying. Oh well. We got that. We got our tinted rock here. This might actually let us take a deal with the devil if we're lucky. What do we got in here? We got Guppy's collar. My god. And a little brimstone. We'll take Guppy's collar because it's a Guppy item, which will, you know, in retrospect, I probably shouldn't have done that because Guppy's not really that good when you can't fire tears. It only gives you flight, which is something you can get much more easily than by 3 Guppy items. However, okay, that was dumb. But I might still, yeah, the poison still managed to take that guy out, thankfully. However, Guppy's collar in and of itself is still fine, I think. It's still worth having, because there's a pretty decent chance that we'll die at some point on this run if we don't play our cards quite right. If we get the wrong combination of enemies or room layouts or what have you. Could end up in a pretty nasty circumstance. I can actually try and hit this guy right there. Yeah, because I figured that would be a secret room, and that seemed like a good opportunity to take advantage of, you know? Got a key out of it. Watch out for that TNT, because we could accidentally walk into that and explode ourselves. Explode. Gonna explode ourselves. Oh, God. Alright, we're fine. We're fine for now. Admittedly, I got a little bit shell-shocked. It was like a deer in the headlights kind of moment when I first walked into that room, and there was just an enemy just charging me down immediately. It's like, oh shit, what am I supposed to do? This one's not so bad, though. I do wish the respawn timer on Bob's Brain was a little bit quicker. I mean, you'd never find yourself wanting to say that in an actual run, but in this run in particular, it's quite noticeable. Alright, so go ahead and try and get both of those guys stoned at once. Two stones, one bird, you know? Is that how the expression goes? Sorry if this commentary is like going a little bit off the rails. It's been a long day. I've been out in the sun. I've been, this is actually like my third recording of the day, which is not usual for me anymore. I used to be able to bang out recordings left, right, and center, but lately I've been having some, without getting into too much detail, some issues in my personal life. Nothing too, like, dramatic or anything. Don't worry about it. Everything's still fine in Argon land, but it's been hectic for sure, especially with summer fast approaching. I'm working at a liquor store, so you can kind of put two and two together. People like to drink when it's hot out. Fancy that one, huh? I wonder why. I mean, I personally never understood the fascination or the intoxication, I suppose, with alcohol. It just doesn't taste good. Like, people say, like, oh, it's an acquired taste. You'll get used to it if you just drink it enough. It's like, but why the fuck would I drink it if I don't like the taste of it? That doesn't make any sense. It's like, oh yeah, sure, you know, just drink that cyanide. It's an acquired taste. It's gonna taste like really toxic and terrible at first, but after, you know, first couple months of drinking it, you'll be fine. It's like, no, motherfucker. Things taste bad. Like, and I don't even think that's like an opinion thing. I think alcohol just tastes bad to everybody. I think it's like one of those things. It's not like asparagus or something where it's like people either like it or they hate it. This is a shitty room, by the way. I might die here. We'll see. See how this goes. Spawning a lot of minions that I'm not fond of. Oh god, this fly. This fly. Okay, we gotta try and clump these things together. I know I was going off on a tangent. Pardon. I'll get back to that in a second. If I can just make it through this. I can't. Okay. See, rooms like that. Oh, Guppy's Collar, though. Rooms like that can really throw you off, though. Let's go and see if we can check out this shop over here and maybe get something valuable out of it. I don't know. We might find a spirit heart for sale at the very least. If we can bomb the shopkeeper, we can get something good out of that. Ooh, it's actually on sale. Just fine by me. I'm going to go ahead and blow this guy up as well. And then we'll try and take on Pestilence again and hopefully be able to handle them a little bit more efficiently this time. I can't tell, do I have all three? I do have all three. Sometimes they get clumped on top of each other, so it can be a little bit tough to tell. Okay. Just gotta manage these somewhat more efficiently, I think, than I had been. Although, like, small room Pestilence is actually, like, one of the worst fights I could have right now. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Well, we killed him in the end, so we took him down with us, but it didn't work out quite how I intended. Regardless, FY3T VVC6. Getting back to my tangent, because that's the really most important part right now. And I got an axe to grind here, because, like am I right that alcohol just tastes bad to everybody? Like, is that, like, people like to drink beer or whatever, which I don't get, because beer just tastes nasty to me. But then there's people who like to drink like non-alcoholic beer because they're like, oh, I like beer. I like the taste of beer, but I don't like the taste of alcohol because who the fuck does? It's like people, I don't know. People drink wine and beer solely for the reason of like getting like a little bit of a buzz or something, I guess, which it's just fine. You know, that's do whatever gets your rocks off. And then they just kind of have to tolerate the fact that it tastes like worse than it would if there was no alcohol in it. It's like the sad truth is that like the alcohol is the only thing that's doing that to you, that's giving you the buzz, but it's also the thing that's making it taste so terrible. So like, I don't know. Because the body, it makes things taste bad like that for a reason. Because they're poisonous, right? They're bad for you in large quantities, especially. Like, I don't know if like in the past, like in the distant past. Okay, we definitely want a Satanic Bible here. I don't know if in the distant past. Actually, I should have gone for how to jump so I could get more books and get bookworm. But if we get another key, we can come back to that. Yeah, I feel like in the past, like if alcohol was actually like poisonous to humans, I wouldn't be surprised if that were the case, though. Just because of how nasty it tastes, dude. Alright, we actually don't need to even use how to jump to get bookworm, because we can just do it like that. Why was I so intent on getting bookworm even? You know, that's a great point, because I can't fire tears. Maybe sometimes it'll double my Bob's brain, I don't know. Might as well check this out at least, though. Okay. Get out of my way. I had to just go and block the door, didn't you? I had to go waste one of my Bob's brain charges. I guess that's my gripe for the day, is why the fuck do people like things that have an acquired taste like that when, like, I don't even know if you ever actually acquire the taste for alcohol. Is that a thing? Do people actually end up liking alcohol in the end, and I'm just, like, talking up my ass now? I don't know. All I know is that it's not for me. If it's for you, by all means, I suppose, you know. Do what you want to do. It's your life. Lead it how you want to. As long as you're like not hurting yourself or anybody else to an extreme degree, or hopefully even to like a minor degree, then you're fine in my book. All right, this is a little bit dicey. This room. I'm telling you, these spiders, man, they'll be the death of me. In fact, they have been the death of me on more than one occasion. They just keep coming, dude. These spiders, they're multiplying, and I'm losing all control. I feel like I'm losing all control anyway. Like, I would just bomb to the next room. The problem is that the next room is the boss room, and you can't bomb into a boss room, so, like, just kind of shit out of luck. Stop it, though. I just want some money, not... This is actually stupid. Okay, let's just not worry about breaking any more pots until we've actually dealt with the matter at hand. Because at least if we deal with these guys, clear the room, and then break more pots, and if there are more spiders, we can just leave and not have to worry about it. Okay? Got that charge. That's good. Honestly, Satanic Bible is probably just going to be carrying this run for a good long while here. More spiders. I fucking love it. Have I gotten any money out of any of these pots? We got Swallowed Penny over here, which I guess counts as money in a roundabout sense. But come on! Like, literally, thank you. Like, literally, one of the last few pots, though, is the only one to give me money. Oh, well. Let's just deal with Monstro here. My god. Just double Bob's brained him, and he's still alive. We actually triple Bob's brained him. Just not all at once. It was a hat trick. A Bob trick. Bob's hat trick. Alright, buddy. It's you and me against the world. Okay, so we got Crackjacks here, which will give us the silver dollar, which will make it so we can have shops down in the womb. Tempting, but I don't know. Neither of these are really interesting to me. I think I'd rather have Swallowed Penny, because I'm not guaranteed to actually have any money to make use of the silver dollar. If I get down there and there's shops and I don't have the money to spend on them, then that would suck. If I could carry two trinkets, I would carry both, because they seem to go a little bit hand in hand together. One makes sure, or makes it more likely that you'll have money in the future. The other makes sure that you have an outlet for that money in the future. It's all just a vicious cycle of mockery. So if only I'd had a polydactyly, not a polydactyly, but a belly button, I guess. I was a little... I mean, I didn't really care if I got hit there, admittedly. I cared a little bit about that hit. But, you know, every hit just makes me stronger in terms of my financial situation anyway. My god, though. Okay. Are any of these trinkets better for me than what I got going already? I mean, Locust of War is always a scary one. 404, Mom's Toenail, these are like all pretty bad except for Illuminated Bulb. And even that's not that great for me because I'm gonna have I'm rarely gonna have a full charge in my book. So I guess we're just gonna not worry about any of that. Oh god though, Trinket Smelter. You're painting such a beautiful picture for me right now. And I want to take advantage of it. I don't have the money though, even if I could take advantage of that. The only thing we're missing is like a fuck ton of battery charges or something. If I find a room with like a bunch of battery charges on it, I'll know that this was meant to be. And then I'll try and build up the 15 cents however I can, even by use of like Swallowed Penny or something, to get that Trinket Smelter action going. Until such a time though. Like, you have my word that every battery that I find here, I will not use for Satanic Bible. Not immediately, anyway. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I don't have a choice on this one, though. This kind of sucks. That's alright, though. There are some batteries here, though. It's a whole new world. Like, I'll even smelt all the bad trinkets if I can. All the bad trinkets. I sounded like I was fucking drunk there for a second. Trust me, I would know. I've heard a lot of drunk people in my time. They don't come into our store all that frequently, but, you know, once in a blue moon. Once in a blue bloody moon. You come through in a way others can't. And we love you for it. And, well, that's a quote. Can anyone tell me what reference that one is? I won't be that surprised if someone can, I guess. Alright, so we got 10 cents here. We can take some damage and try and build up enough for Trinket Smelter. We can also just go and, like, search for more money. Because I really want to make this happen now. Like, it's all laid out beautifully for me here. I can't even, like, fathom another way this could go. So let's try this. We're going to go ahead and blow this guy up. Hopefully get a nickel or something out of him. Nope, just more spiders, because that's our luck for today. Let's go ahead and pop all these open. We'll probably take some damage from some poisonous cloud at some point. But that's fine, because it gave us a fucking nickel. Oh my god. The game knows. The game is sentient on this floor anyway. I can see forever. That's pretty solid. Then we're going to go ahead and buy the smelter. We're going to go ahead and start by smelting this one. Then we'll take Illuminated Bulb, or Vibrant Bulb, I guess. I could have sworn that was called Illuminated Bulb at some point. Maybe it was and they changed it for some reason. I don't know. It was probably always Vibrant Bulb and I'm just going crazy. Taking crazy pills. I'm gonna go and grab that. Gonna go ahead and smelt this one. Then we can grab another trinket and smelt it. And smelt it. Which one do we want? Do we want... You know, let's get weird. Let's smelt Error. He was a Tears upgrade in this room for some reason. I don't know, man. Error is going to be a weird one to have on us for sure. To have smelted into our bodies. And then we're going to go ahead and try and explore the rest of this floor and see what I can make happen with it. See if we can find more battery charges. It's doubtful that I'll get like just a natural charge on the smelter here, because I don't think there's going to be that many rooms left on this floor. But if I can find another battery charge, then I wouldn't lament that too much. Super Pride. This could actually be really good if I get a Dead Cat out of this. He's the one that can drop Dead Cat, right? I'm not thinking of a different mini boss. There we go. Is that? No, that's not another trinket. That's actually just a consumable. Emergency contact. Which is fine. I was hoping for a battery charge out of that sack in there, but not the end of the world. Okay. Let's try this one out, I guess. Oh god. that was kind of ridiculous. It took such a long time to explode too. I was hoping that there was some way I would be able to escape the clutches, but no dice. Alright, so let's go ahead and check this room over here. We'll give it a whirl. Just hoping for a battery charge out of that, obviously. Did not work out. Don't forget about emergency contact. I so rarely end up using that to any good effect, but it does have its purposes. I tried to like thread the needle there and hit both of those guys at once. Didn't quite work out. Just missed them. Alright. The delay of Bob's Brain always throws me off, because there's like a small delay between when it spawns and when you can actually start firing it. Also, when there's a small delay between when you enter a room and when you can start firing it, so that's always a little bit of a tough time. When you have nothing but your ability to dodge and your wits. Alright. We actually will get a charge if there's an enemy in this room. There is not. God damn it. Way to make a liar to me, game. I was going to say we will get a charge on this, on the smelter here because of, the boss fight that we still have to do. We could still get a charge, admittedly, if we have to fight Krampus in our deal with the devil. If we get a deal with the devil at all, that is. We'll find out shortly, I suppose. Or we could stumble into a nice super secret room, thanks to I Can See Forever. And if it wants to be kind to me, got a black card. I mean, that's still kind, but not the right kind of kind, if you know what I mean. Gonna go ahead and slam the dark one here. Bam, that's just beautiful when you can do something like that. Oh, that's so good. I didn't realize how good emergency contact could be on the brains challenge, apparently. Let's go ahead and let all of them spawn in again. Should only need like 2, maybe, yeah, two should do it with the poison damage. Oh, I actually do need all 3. That's okay. He's done now. We got Magic Mushroom. No Krampus fight or other deal at all. Which is unfortunate, because there's really no way for me to get another charge now, huh? There's no battery charge like for sale in the shop, I'm pretty sure. Ah, so close though. Close but no cigar, my friends. So I'm gonna have to leave behind 2 of these trinkets, because I can take one just on my person. I might as well just try, shoot for the moon, 48-hour energy. Nope. Alright. I just really wanted to make that work. I don't know why, because none of these trinkets are all that great. Which one do I want, though? Mom's toenail? Probably not. That's screwed me up a lot in the past. Let's be weird. Let's take Locust of Wrath, I guess. It's a very explosive, intensive run already, so might as well throw some explosive flies into the mix. Just to mess me up further. And you know what? We're doing okay. I am taking Satanic Bible down with me, as opposed to taking the Smelter. I just think it's a smarter option. Now, this is a slow-going run. This is admittedly probably not going to be one where we end up having a crack at Boss Rush or the Hush or anything silly like that. Not that I would even really want to. So I'm going to wait for this fly to go out of its way and explode. I think that's a good way to start out each room, is let the oh god. Let the Locust of War do its thing, and then start like focusing on your actual Bob's Brain shots. It's probably the best way to handle it here. Honestly, maybe the best way to handle this challenge is to just try and bomb through the doors. Just wait for an enemy to get close to a door and then try and unlock it that way. But it would go faster, certainly. It's probably the way you would want to get to Boss Rush if you did at all in this challenge, but who wants to do Boss Rush like this, man? Hell on earth. There we go. I managed to blow open the door at the last second there. It wasn't the right door, but Metemesis is good if we can get a Dark Bum or something. I don't want to deal with this room, like, at all, ever. Especially when I'm doing shit like that. So let's just go ahead and try and bomb out of here. Hopefully this is the right way. It's not, but that's okay. We can deal with this room, and then we can just bomb our way back through this other room. Hopefully without too much grief. There's so many dips, though. So many enemies. Oh god, this sucks. Just get out of here, man. There we go. We're leaving a penny behind, but it's worth it. It's worth the sacrifice. Alright, this one should not be that bad. Oh god. I forgot my cardinal rule of letting the Locust of War do its thing first. What did I do there? I had... That's a weird one. I had, thanks to the 404 trinket, the error trinket that I smelted, I had the butter trinket active on that room. The room that I just so happened to use my spacebar item. That was a little silly. I can actually see that I have a Holy Mantle effect on this room right now, which means I believe I have the Wooden Cross trinket, which will give me a Holy Mantle effect. I think it's supposed to give you like a Holy Mantle effect at the start of the floor, and then it just, and you just get the 1 for the floor, which is pretty good, actually. But I don't know if will it trigger again if I like leave this room and come back in. Probably not unless there's like enemies in here, and even then I'm not sure that it would. But I found pills. Good times. Yeah, no Holy Mantle for me. That's okay. It's all right. We will deal. That's the fun of the error trinket, is that you just never know quite what you're gonna get. You're gonna get some weird effects happening, and it'll you'll have no idea where any of them come from. I'm so glad we had a black heart there, actually, to deal with that situation, because otherwise those spiders were about to ruin my day. Let's see if there's a secret room here. Indeed there is. We also got a golden poop. We've got a golden poop. We've got a golden ticket. Good shit, good shit. Hopefully we'll be able to access our shop soon enough. This room I'm fine with, because this is just like a puzzle room. Or like an obstacle room, or whatever you want to call it. We pull up to the pay window, or whatever you call it. I reach into my pocket. I can't believe there's no wallet. Alright, locusts, do your thing. I had a Locust of Pestilence there too from my error trinket. That was a little silly. That's like, I guess the perfect word to describe the error trinket is just silly. It's just like silly, the effects of it sometimes. I got a bomb there for using my spacebar item. I think that may have been some sort of a trinket. I don't know, but I don't know, dude. That was a weird one. Regardless, let's keep on exploring here. I know there are still some enemies over there that I need to take care of, but for the time being, just let me have my fun. Something's wrong. Oh no. Alright, locusts, do your job. There he goes. It's only the one enemy, so that's not that bad. Ace of Hearts is pretty worthless because I'm pretty sure it can't make Spirit Hearts. I could be wrong, I suppose. Head in here. The Hollow usually just gets annihilated by Bob's Brain, and this is no exception. Something's wrong. Does it actually work on these guys? It does. Hell yeah. Alright, we got an HP upgrade here, which is fine. Deal with the devil containing Spirit of the Night and the Void. I mean, I could take Void and then Void Satanic Bible, and that might be a good option, because they're both the same amount of charges anyway. That kind of seals the deal for me. I mean, Flight would be pretty solid. Spectral Tears doesn't matter, but Flight comes in many different forms, so I think the Void is just a little more interesting here. Let's go ahead and void that. We actually get another use out of Satanic Bible as we do that, too. If the Void had come a little sooner, we'd be able to have Satanic Bible and the Smelter and win all at once. But this is not that kind of run, I suppose. What the fuck is that? What is that? Why is there a mirror? Did a new booster pack come out and I've not been told about it? I don't know what this is. Is this a random trinket effect? Is it just something that can happen sometimes? What just happened? What is going on? I don't understand. I'm changing costumes, I think. Yeah, I'm changing, like, the appearance of my character is changing. I don't know that. I don't know. I'm scared. I'm gonna leave. I need an adult, and I don't understand. Can someone please in the comments, if you know what that was, let me know what was happening there. I don't know. Moving on, though, that was so weird. I thought I knew everything in this game. I didn't, and there hasn't been an update. I'm pretty sure there's been like no patches or anything, so I don't think the new booster pack is out yet, even though it probably should be by this point. So maybe it is? I don't fucking know, dude. There's no trinket that would do something like that, I'm pretty sure. Not anything that I know of. That's a weird time, dude. What trinket do I have here that's causing this? Do I have super magnet or something? This is the really fun part about the 404 trinket is that I think I did have super magnet in there because things were all just getting drawn into me. But it kind of creates like a fun game of like, guess that trinket. On many rooms you'll probably, yeah, a new booster pack must have come out because what the fuck is this? Jumper Cable's Bloody Recharge. I don't know. I actually just don't know. I'll look into that and probably elucidate you on the next video. I'll like look into the patch notes or whatever there might be. For now, let's just enjoy the ride, I suppose. Let's enjoy the mystery of what the fuck these jumper cables could be. Or what the fuck that random mirror was. I'm still confused. Like, it just seemed to be changing my costume. So, like, maybe if you, like, don't like how your character looks, you can sort of eliminate certain effects from them. And, yeah, maybe it just doesn't serve any sort of mechanical purpose. It's just more aesthetic than anything. That could be. Empress is not really going to matter for us. It does give us a speed upgrade for one room, so that's, that could be valuable. Oh, there's our illuminated bulb coming into play with the void. I'm going to want to actually use the void here, though, just to... I'm basically going to be using void as Satanic Bible for the time being until I see an opportunity to use it otherwise. So jumper cables. It said bloody recharge. Let me test a hypothesis here. Can I recharge with these hearts? No, that would be a little too easy, right? The stars, huh? No item rooms, so it doesn't really matter to me. Bloody recharge. It's got to be something to do with your spacebar item charge. Items like that always are. Or always do, I suppose. I'm not going to worry about it too much here. If I see something weird happening with like the charge on void, then I'll probably jump immediately to theorizing about jumper cables, but for now, let's just not worry about it, play how we know that we always do, and take care of that. It's weird that I'm getting all these new things on a challenge run of all things. Damage and range up is completely worthless. Let's get a move on here. It's going to turn into a pretty long challenge video, all things told, because we still have to go. It's there again. Does it appear on every floor? But no, it wasn't on the first couple floors. Does it appear on every floor past a certain point? Is it luck dependent? Is it... I don't fucking know, dude. I just don't. Let me try and use it again, I guess. Okay, I don't have... Gets rid of my PJs. There go my jumper cables. Okay. I think it is just a costume changer. And I'm overthinking it, but... Can I blow it up? That's a good question. That's a good thing to try and do with these sorts of mechanics. I got a trinket. It's a pretty good trinket, actually. Can I blow it up again? It's because it's still here, man. No, I can't. Okay. Well, at the very least, I can seem to blow that up for a trinket, maybe, on each floor? I don't know. That's a weird one, dude. It's gonna take me a while to figure that one out without actually like looking it up, but I'll probably just look it up and then just know for the next episode. There is something sort of charming about trying to figure it out for yourself right off the bat, though. So, okay, this is a. I wish I could have fired a Bob's Brain like immediately on this room, but unfortunately that just never happens. There we go. Now, unfortunately, we don't have our Locust of War anymore, but I don't think that's going to be that huge of a deal, honestly. It might have been causing a little bit more harm than it did good. Although, actually, I'm not sure. Did any of the Locusts ever hit me? I was always worried that one would, but that made me aware of the possibility, so maybe that prevented them from hitting me altogether. Some sort of psychological item bullshit. Regardless, I'm excited to see what else I might actually encounter on this in this run now. New items. I mean, I know they were looking actually for more like more modded bosses and enemies, so maybe as we get down towards the later floors, we'll start seeing some of that, especially like on the chest maybe, where bosses spawn fast and furious. My god, though, I hate everything about this. I had a swallowed penny there, I think. Oh, I just have swallowed penny. I was like, I thought that's what our 404 trinket was in this room, was swallowed penny, but no, I actually just have swallowed penny in my person, and I forgot about it. Let's go ahead and fight Mom here. We're not going to want to void the Polaroid or the negative, whichever one we get here, obviously. But I might end up voiding something in my deal with the devil. We'll see. So I'm not going to use it just yet. If it gets down to it and I need to use it for the actual just HP benefit of it, then I'll consider that. For now, it sucks that this is like Champion Mom, especially Blue Champion Mom. That sucks, but I think it was worth doing the damage to her. Come on, man. Gotta get in a good spot here. Gotta get in a good way. This one spider's juking me out so hard. There we go. Should be dead. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. Got a spirit heart there. We're gonna go ahead and take the Polaroid, use the void, and move on with our lives. Do we get a cosmetic mirror? We do. Okay. We also have a Holy Mantle effect. I don't know if that's going to persist from room to room or just for this room. Got some random bullshit out of that. Can I do it anymore, or is it just like a one-time thing per floor, or is it just like random chance? I think it's only on the first time you blow it up. But then why does it stick around? I guess in case you want to actually use it. And no, Holy Mantle did not persist to the next room. That was our answer right there. I guess if you actually just want to use it as the costume changer. But for me, it's just going to be a little bit of extra stuff, I guess, at the start of each room. Or at the start of each floor. Health down. Oh, joy. I just literally can't do anything in here without taking damage, right? Well, I don't want to play your game. This is where the run ends for me. I could just sit here, maybe, for like 3 minutes and see if the door will just open. Sometimes that happens. Like, it's like the game realizes, oh, you can't do anything in this room? Well, just we'll just open the door and let you out then, because sometimes you do get deadlocked in a situation. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it. I'll cut back in. I'm gonna go like grab something to eat or some shit, because I don't want to deal with this, especially not on this low of HP. So yeah, we'll leave it for now and come back in a couple of minutes, see what has happened. If push comes to shove, I will have to do something here, but I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. It's been like 4 minutes or so. Door's still not open. I don't think they're gonna let me get out of this one scot-free. As much as it really sucks, because I don't think this is necessarily all that fair, but I have to do one of those. Oh, we have a shield. I don't know where it came from, but oh, it's the Polaroid. Duh. Okay. That's good. The door is open now thanks to that explosion, but I might as well at this point clear out the rest of this. Just get these sacks. Hopefully they'll be good for me. Do have a battery charge there, so may want to make use of that. Where'd I get? I got like a couple charges there from somewhere. I'm not sure where it was. Was that jumper cables? Is that like sometimes when you kill an enemy you get a charge out of it? Maybe. That would be interesting. I'd be down for that, honestly. Alright, so this actually worked out surprisingly well, given the situation this room presented me with. So we got huge growth, we have justice here. Justice gives us some good stuff. Now we want to use this a couple times, or as many times as these battery charges will allow, actually. And somehow, despite the starting circumstance in that room, we left with like 7 hearts here, so I guess, you know, maybe the game realized that was a little unfair and decided to be somewhat kind in this circumstance. And maybe allowed me an opportunity to learn as well, because I think that's what that was. I think I got a random charge or two out of that room from somewhere. And I think it was probably jumper cables. I think it's like when you deal damage to an enemy, or when you kill an enemy or something. Probably not when you deal damage, probably when you do kill them. Because when you deal damage, that's a very nebulous term. Well, it's not nebulous, but it's like, seems like it would happen far too frequently. When you kill an enemy, you have a small chance of getting a charge or something. Which is actually pretty cool, if that is the case. See, I got some charges there, which, yeah, that's must be what it is, because there's nothing else in the game. No trinket or anything weird that I think could do that. It's like a weird reverse nun's habit, which is actually, like, I'm surprised that something like that doesn't exist in the game, and I'm trying to rack my brain to think, did something like that already exist in the game, and I'm just being an idiot right now? But I don't think there was, so there you go. Ooh, we got a secret room out of that. That's nice, at least. Good shit, good shit. Alright, we're gonna save this huge growth card, by the way. Probably for, I don't think it's actually gonna matter at all, because I think it's only like a sheer damage upgrade, as well as a size upgrade. And only for one room, and obviously that's not really gonna matter with the inability to fire tears here, because our damage stat does not matter in the least. Except for our attack flies, maybe, if we get any like attack flies and spiders. For things like that, it might still matter, but for just my sheer damage dealing purposes from my own body, it's not going to make a huge difference, if any difference. But who knows? Maybe there's some stat upgrade we get out of it that I don't remember. Maybe do we get an HP out of huge growth, or is that just a strength card thing? I think it's just the strength card, actually. So I should probably start using my actual bombs to just get through these rooms a little bit faster. Like, unless I can actually deal with rooms fairly quickly, I should just be bombing through them in most cases, probably. Because I do have 17 bombs here, and I have no reason to really hold on to those. Okay, we got a tears upgrade, we got a range upgrade, we got a damage upgrade. So none of that is very good for my my circumstance. Now, I'm worried about these guys who are about to break off their chains. Yeah, because... okay, this is pretty awful. Yeah, that actually worked out surprisingly well, though, thanks to the black heart. There we go, and thanks to Maggie's faith, we actually will be getting a single spirit heart at the end of every floor, or I guess more accurately, the start of every floor. Because there's no way for us to lose that eternal heart without dying, I'm pretty sure. Ooh, we got a stem cells, which is fine by me. Got Krampus as well. Honestly, give me a Krampus's head. I won't be able to avoid it, but like it would be theoretically better for me than a lump of coal. I still wouldn't take it, but I guess that's a weird situation because I would take a lump of coal because it's passive, but I wouldn't take Krampus's head, even though it's better than lump of coal in this current situation. That's such a strange scenario. Yeah, there's no way for me to really do that. I was hoping for maybe something out of jumper cables to allow me to get a charge there, but no dice. Alright. Let's get a move on. Like, I was hoping maybe killing Krampus counted as like 2 enemies or something, and I would get double charges, and I don't know. Something weird like that. Oh hey. I forgot about you for a second. Why wasn't this thing spawning for like the first couple floors, though? Or maybe it was, and I just wasn't paying attention? I feel like I would have noticed, though. Like it was very, very obvious to me when it first appeared. I was like, what the hell is that? I've never seen that before, and it just threw me off so much. This could have been a bombable room, just bomb through the room to get through it, but I think I'm deep enough into it now that I should probably just finish it off, especially now that Pin is dead. Just this one guy just standing off against me. Get Bob's brain. Hell yeah. Alright. I really should have bombed through that one because it's actually a dead end, so. You know what, this one too. This one can just fart right off as far as I'm concerned. I think I had like a locust of death in there somewhere too. That's kind of weird. Oh joy. Give me some battery charges. Oh, the battery charges are too good. That is a lot of battery charges, actually. This is actually stupid. But I'm not going to feel bad about it, because this challenge is pretty tough. Let's go ahead and do that. Got 1 extra battery charge for the road. Might as well save it at this point, honestly. We'll get the vibrant bulb bonus, which admittedly is not as good as it normally would be, but it does give us the speed upgrade, which is a pretty huge stat for me, because Thunder Thighs is still some pretty heavy baggage that I'm carrying around from the very start of the run here. Ooh. Thank you, I Can See Forever. Maybe gave me a bit of a nice shortcut here. It's hard to say. That worked out well, though. Yeah, I think I'm going to save this charge, this void charge, especially now, until I can actually use the void for a bit more productive purpose, or until, at least until, like, after the boss, because having the Vibrant Bulb bonus on the boss, giving me that little extra ability to dodge with the speed, could be quite valuable. Get out of here. Get out of here, I said. There we go. Don't you listen to your elders? Gotta be the boss coming up pretty soon here. I was actually like super ready for this run to be basically dead by now. When I saw that one room with like where I got stuck for like 5 minutes or whatever, like literally 5 minutes, where I was just waiting for the door to open because I thought that was the best way to handle it. I was pretty sure that after I dealt with that room, that I would just be kaputski, you know. I didn't think I would have much of a chance, but it turns out we've gotten some pretty nice strokes of luck here that have turned this one around. I think we got a pretty decent shot at winning now, so it's gonna be a long win. It's gonna be a longer challenge than we're used to, especially after that one failure early on. But come on, this guy is the Master Dodger. There we go. There's Master Splinter, and then there's Master Dodger of the Darkwing Ducks. Alright. Go ahead and deal with these guys as quickly as we can. Actually got a charge there. I should not have used that charge. I heard the charge noise and I was like, I gotta use it now. Now, go, go, go. It was actually a bad time to use it though. Totally defeated my argument earlier of like, just save the charge for the boss fight, or like, keep it up during the boss fight so you get that Vibrant Bulb bonus. It's okay. Maybe we'll be able to build that charge up thanks to jumper cables. We'll see, depending on how many minions we can get charges off of here. I don't know whether it's I kill the minions that I could get the charges off, or if just a minion dies. Or an enemy dies. I don't know why I'm calling them minions all of a sudden. I guess when a boss spawns them in, they're minions. Which makes sense, I guess. Ow. I mean, that was a bad place to dodge to, admittedly. Should have known a little better than that. Only I had some form of an orbital here. I actually did get a charge there from jumper cables. That's pretty solid. Dude, I'm flying now. I have the Batwing on this room. So random. I don't think it gives me any extra maneuverability on this room in particular, but still a nice gesture, I suppose. A goodwill gesture from the Arrow Trinket. The Arrow Trinket has actually been quite good for me up to this point. Surprisingly good. Maybe it's a better trinket than I actually ever gave it credit for. You know, most things like randomized in this game tend to be a little bit on the iffy side. Although I do love my rerolls, so I don't know if I have any room to speak on that. Let's head back here. No reason really to grab like 2 of those. One of them would have done just fine. And let's go up here. One of them would have done fine because I have an Eternal Heart, so I would have gotten one on this floor right here. Gonna get one anyway, so. Bob's your uncle. Ooh, we got another one of these. I always forget. I'm gonna have to get used to that, I suppose. It's not an item that's giving me this, right? I don't think I picked up any weird item that's giving me that. I think it's just a thing that's happening, which is so strange to me, but you know, maybe there's people out there who really care about their Isaac appearance, who care about like, ooh, I don't like the look of that item in conjunction with these other items. And you know what? I have been in that boat myself at times. Usually not. Usually I just kind of deal with the hand I'm dealt with the items, and I don't worry about how it makes me look. But there are some pretty badass like appearances you can get, and then it is a little bit upsetting when that appearance gets overridden by some weird item that just kind of goes over top of it and ruins everything. So I can understand the appeal in that sense. I just don't know how it really determines what items to take away. Does it just like do it like kind of one at a time? And if so, doesn't that make it so like So like once you get later in the game like this, it's really annoying to customize your appearance because you have so many items to try and cycle through. I don't know, maybe it just like gives you a couple different combinations of items to choose from. And you kind of have to go from there. That kind of seemed like the way it was going, for me anyway, from my experience. I've actually managed to get pretty lucky and find Isaac rather quickly here. I think the way I should have been handling this challenge up to this point is, like, I'll wait for these 3 Bob's Brains to respawn. I need 1 more to come back. And the way I should have been doing this to maximize efficiency here is fire 1 Bob's Brain in, then wait. And then fire another one in, and then wait. And then fire another one in, and then wait. And if you wait, like, a long enough time, then, like, right when one spawns in, like, you don't have to wait as long between these Bob's Brain charges, so it can sort of act like you just have, like, a really shitty tier rate or something. Like, a really shitty tier rate, but it's also Ipecac tiers, effectively, so it's not as bad. Although that's kind of... It kind of throws you off when you miss with one of the Bob's Brains, because then, obviously, the charge doesn't, like, reset the same way it normally would when you do hit. But I think it's a justifiable sort of tactic. A little bit too little too late now, I know. The Isaac fight of all times. At least it's not the final fight of the game, though. And I am losing a lot more HP here than I would really like. I have this Void Charge, which is Satanic Bible. But I'd like to save that for the next floor, if at all possible. Which still is possible. I still have enough HP to feel comfortable on this fight. Although not super comfortable. I was standing in like the right corner there and I dodged into the wrong corner. I don't know what I was thinking really, but okay. Yeah, it really shows how potent Bob's Brain is in the early parts of the game. Not so much in the in these latter parts of the game. When you have nothing else against Isaac, it's kind of a hellscape. But he should be dead right about now. There we go. Good shit. Good shit. Good times were had by all. We'll get 1 Spirit Heart heading down to the next floor. Hopefully be able to void some stuff or just get some good items. Who knows? That could be a possibility too. We do get a cosmetic chest, which is what I'm going to call it, I guess. All of this might be voidable. Go ahead and use Book of Sin first off. Just hoping for like a Spirit Heart or something out of that. And then let's go ahead and just, I think, just void everything, honestly. Gonna have to watch out for that monstrous tooth. Dude, I was trying to dodge that, but he's like a fucking heat-seeking missile, apparently. That was weird. I did get at least a black card out of my Book of Sin charge there. Dude, that's awesome. 2020, is that just like a... So if that happens on every single run, and that's not just like an actual item that did that I'm totally like forgetting about or neglecting or something, then does that mean that's like an extra free item every time on the chest or the dark room, as long as you have a bomb when you get there? Because if so, it's actually pretty amazing. In 2020, honestly, like, a great item. Love the goodwill, but not necessarily on this run. See, now I am, I'm lamenting not having used my bombs up to this point, because now I can't use my bombs. Not that it really would have changed anything, but, you know, maybe I would have had a little more HP or something to be able to handle rooms like this that are going to take a million billion years. Especially if I can't hit anybody, ever. Like, each of these little wraths only takes like 2 Bob's Brain shots. But given the frequency of Bob's Brain shots, that's still quite a bit. And then the super wraths take even a little more than that. Actually, 1 Bob's Brain shot does seem to do it as long as I let the poison ride out on the smaller wraths. So let's try and make that a reality. Super Wrath up there is dead. There we go. And this guy should be just 1 hit away, 1 Bob's Brain hit. Good stuff, good stuff, okay. Hopefully that's the only room like that we have to deal with, though. Pestilence, I got a bone to pick with you, buddy. You're the one who ended my run. My first run at Brains here. You're not going to be the one who ends my last one. I still might die, admittedly. It's not going to be to you, though. I refuse. I'll die to death. I'll just, if I end up about to die in this room, I'll just like walk straight into death, just so that you can't kill me. Ooh, we got a void charge here. That's good, that's good. Honestly, probably should have like not picked up 2020 and then saved my void charge for that. Because what good's 2020 doing me right now? Oh, I don't have a void charge. I just thought I did. I heard the charge sound, which means that I got an extra charge from jumper cables, but there we go. Oh god, it's the boss immediately. And we actually got a battery charge from our Book of Sin play, I guess. Okay, so this is going to be a bit of a tough fight. We only have 4 HP. Relax. The game's telling me to relax. I don't know how I feel about that necessarily. We got 4 HP going into this. 2 of them are black hearts, so that'll be a little extra damage. I think we just kind of got to try it here. Exploring does not seem like the way to go, so Blue Baby versus Blue Baby. Final fight. Okay. Let's do this. This is going to be a bit of a tough one because he does spawn... Okay, he does spawn flies, which could be a bit nasty at times, especially if I don't have a Bob's Brain ready to go. Maybe always hold on to at least 1 Bob's Brain for just like emergencies, you know? Because most of the time those flies will stay close to Blue Baby, which is good, because then I can knock out some of the flies as well as get some damage off on him. All I know is that I have to be on top of my dodging game. That was not good. We can get in here, though. At least every time we get hit, we don't have to worry about getting hit for another little while, but that's scary, that's scary. That's okay, though. He's almost halfway down. Oh, boy. Don't miss your shot. Just enter a zen-like focus. He's moving around now. That makes it a little more daunting. Just listen to the uplifting, epic music. I feel like I've had a lot of... Like, I've been a little bit quieter at some points on this run, especially like in that one room where I left alone for 5 minutes, and I've gotten to appreciate the music and how hypnotic it can, and helpful it can be at times, actually. Alright, use Void. I was really hoping for Monstro there to do some more work than that, but did give us an extra hit here. He's so close. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. He's right fucking there. Don't... Okay. That was intense. I need to take a little bit of a break. My heart rate's a little bit up from that one. But we did it. We beat the Brains challenge. It only took 2 tries. Stud Finder has appeared in the basement. That's a pretty bad trinket. Regardless, that's another challenge done and out of the way. Good stuff. Still got pay to play and speed to come back to eventually, but that's fine by me. Next time we'll move on to some more greedier mode stuff, and hopefully it won't be as intense. Glad to have gotten that one out of the way, though. It's a fun challenge, like I said at the beginning. Very difficult at times, though. Regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, please leave a like and or comment down below. It really helps out the channel. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more. I post a single Isaac video every day at noon Mountain Time. Try to, anyway. And, yeah, join me tomorrow for the next one if you would. I'm gonna get out of here, though. Go lie down for a minute or something. Thanks for watching. This is ArgonMatrix signing out. Thank you and good night.